Welcome to Voice on Climate. I am your host, Lian Andrade, and today we are talking about a major weather event happening right now, the 2026 El Nino. But before that, let's meet our guest experts, climate scientists, and community advocates.
Hello, I am Chelsea de la Cruz and I will explain the science behind El Nino.
Hello, I'm Ira Joy Galang.
And I'm Via, and today we will talk about how this affects our health and our wallets.
And I am Benito Jabar.
And I am Dani, and we are here to share how this hits our local communities in the Philippines.
Great, so what are you waiting for? Let's go start. So, Miss Chelsea, what exactly is El Nino?
To simply put, El Nino is when the water in the Pacific Ocean becomes unusually warm. In normal weather, winds push warm water away from us towards the west. But during El Nino, these winds weaken, so the warm water stays or moves east, and this changes the weather all over the world.
And how does that feel for us?
For us in Southeast Asia, it means the rain clouds go away. We get extreme heat and very long dry spells.
So, why do you think global scientists are so worried about the 2026 event specifically?
I think it's because global temperatures are already at an all-time high due to climate change. Layering this El Nino on top of that means the 2026 heat waves and droughts will be much more severe than past ones.
Okay, so let's now look at the damage. Miss Ira and Bia, how does this affect our daily lives?
It hits three major areas hard. Agriculture. Without rain, crops like rice and corn dry up and die. This leads to food shortage. Economy. When crops fail, food prices go up fast. Farmers lose all their income and the whole country suffers financially. Water resource, our dams and reservoirs dry up. This means less drinking water and power outage because hydro dams can't make electricity.
And for Miss Bia, how this disconnect to our health?
I think extreme heat causes heat stroke and dehydration, and also when water is scarce, people use unclear water, which causes sickness like diarrhea and skin disease.
And now, let's look at the Philippines. For Mr. Benito and Miss Dani, why do you think are we so vulnerable?
We rely heavily on agriculture and regular rainy seasons. Pag-asa and the Department of Agriculture are already showing reports of cracked farmland in places like Western Visayas and Isabela. Local farmers are losing everything because there's no water for their crops.
So, what can local communities and ordinary citizens do?
We must take action. Farmers can plant crops and don't need much water, like sweet potatoes or vegetables. Communities can practice rainwater harvesting and fix water leaks. So regular people must conserve water at home, like recycling, laundry, water and flush, toilets, and turning off faucets tightly.
Um, how about the big government solutions? What do you think it is?
Actually, good question. The government and groups like the United Nations need to improve early warning system so we can prepare months before the drought hits.
And also, the DENR also needs to protect our forest so our natural water sources do not dry up completely.
Oh wow, thank you all so much. Diba? Grabe, this has been such a knowledgeable and eye-opening conversation. I truly love hearing this kind of deep information from experts like you all because it connects the big science to what we actually see outside our windows. So, to wrap it up, the 2026 El Nino is making the weather dangerously hot and dry. It hurts our food, water, and our health. But if we save water, support our local farmers, and prepare early, we can get through this. So, for our viewers, sana may natutunan kayo na knowledge, na information and knowledge sa topic natin ngayon for our podcast. And to our guests, thank you so much. And thank you for listening to Voice on Climate. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Miss Lily.
Goodbye and thank you.
Thank
Stay
you.
cool and save water.
Thank you, thank you.
Goodbye, everyone.